If you're watching this video, you're probably considering doing some bulk human hair mini twists. So we're covering everything you need to know before your install. So buckle up, let's go. First, a huge thank you to HOTBRAIDS for sponsoring this video. They sent me some of their 4C bulk human hair to install these twists, and they also sent me various little tools, scarves, a spray bottle. Like, I'm so grateful. This particular hair comes with 5 bundles already in the pack. They come bundled together, and I use a little bit over 4, so that is the perfect amount. They also sent me some samples of their other textures. This is the 3A, 3B, and this to me would be perfect for some boho pieces. It doesn't necessarily twist tight. And then this is the 3B, 3C, and this is how the twist looks. Not only do I like the hair, but I honestly like what the company stands for. I was reading some of the literature that came with the hair, and they really pride themselves in innovation as well as catering to many different curl patterns. So obviously that's really important to us because we want the hair to match our hair texture, and they are always innovating and keeping up with the latest trends. So that is, to me, that sets them apart from, a lot of hair companies because they are always staying on top of trends. All right, so let's get into how I am starting off this style. First thing I'm doing is getting my middle part together. Y'all know that has to be right. That is a very important part of the style. So I'm just making sure that it's actually centered, and I use some of my braid and lock gel to get that part centered. If you haven't noticed, yes, I did cut my hair. I thought I was just clipping my ends, but I ended up cutting more than I anticipated. And I have another video coming up. I don't know if you watched my last video where I installed my fall braids, but I was really having a problem with getting my hair straight enough with the blow dryer to clip my ends. And I actually solved that dilemma. I was not able to blow dry it very straight, but I did get a new hot tool, and that helped me to get my hair straight enough to get a more precise clip on my ends. So that video will be the one after this one, but let's get into how I am styling these mini twists. So as I always say, make this first section a little bit larger if this is a problem area for you. I know for a lot of women, the perimeter and just the edges of their hair are a lot finer than the center. So I make these parts a little bit bigger because ultimately we want this to be a protective style. So I was so excited doing this first twist. The way that I start this twist is just the way you would start a box braid. So I use my natural hair as the third strand, and I just put the false hair on top of it and start braiding using the fake hair as the second and third strand. So pretty easy. Hopefully this is clear enough for you guys to see, but we just start braiding down, and we want to braid down enough so that the hair is not slipping. You want to get a tight enough grip that it's not slipping, but not so tight that you're pulling out your edges, okay? And then once you feel good and confident about the amount that you've braided down, you just start twisting. And like I said, you see those first 2 sections are larger, and then they're going to get a little smaller, like right here, a lot smaller, because this part of my hair is a lot more dense than that first section. Another helpful tip, when you are starting to twist your hair, you want to make sure that you're rolling the twist in between your fingers, especially at the beginning when you're trying to conceal your natural hair and blend your natural hair with the fake hair. Also, spraying down with water is really going to help you to get rid of a lot of the frizz in the twist, and you want to smooth the hair as you're twisting it. You don't want to let the hair just frizz up. So kind of work your fingers through the hair as you're twisting it to detangle it so that you get nice smooth twists. And you're gonna see here, I'm twisting, rolling that hair in my fingers so that I can really blend and conceal my natural hair. And see, I love this hair. It mimics my natural hair so well. And once you get to the ends, I love that the ends are tapered. They're not so blunt. And this hair is super lightweight. That is what I like and prefer over other bulk kinky hairs that I've tried, especially synthetic hair that I've tried in the past. One, the hair is a lot more lightweight, and 2, it gives you that natural tapered end to really make this look like a more natural style. Now, if you like the density of my hair, make sure you're paying attention to how much hair I'm putting in each section. That's the amount. And also how large my boxes are, how large my sections are. That's what's going to help you to get the density that I have. Obviously, our natural hair we have varying densities, but if you want to get close to what I'm doing here, then make sure you're doing your parts sizes, your sections the same size, as well as grabbing the same amount of hair. Another thing that you want to keep in mind while you're doing your twist is how long you want every twist to be. So I didn't want mine to have that layered look. I kind of wanted them to all be the same length. So as I got to the top of my head, I would add a section of hair to around, like I would say 3 or 4 inches down, maybe closer to 3 inches down the twist. And I would add just a section of hair so that I could lengthen and extend the twist out, because I didn't want the twists that were closer to the top of my head to be shorter, if that makes sense. And if you only add the one initial section at the root of your hair, obviously the twist is going to be shorter than the ones that are closer to like the nape of your neck or the side of your head. So just add you a little piece. And when you add that piece, you want to make sure that you roll once again just to make that part tight, and you want that transition to look nice and smooth. You don't want people to be able to tell where you added that extra hair, so make sure you're adding that part really tight. Now, one thing y'all know about me, you know I love my mini twists, and I do like doing them on my natural hair without added hair. But lately I've been loving adding the bulk hair because it's just more protective for me, especially when you do them really small. And especially when you work out a lot. I've been working out 6 days a week and I sweat a ton, and I just cannot afford to get mini twists wet, because once they get wet, they shrink up, they tangle up, and then the takedown process, it seems like you're losing more hair than you grew during the protective style. And us natural girls, we do not play about protecting our hair. So this has been a lot more protective for me. It allows my twist, my natural hair, to not tangle up onto itself, because it has that added hair in there to make the twist a little bit bigger, and so it doesn't tangle as much. So I've been loving adding that bulk human hair to my mini twist. And the added benefit of using this bulk human hair is that it still has a natural look. It doesn't look so fake. So do this style if you love mini twists but you get your hair wet a lot, or you're planning on keeping them in longer than like 4 weeks. If you're planning on keeping them in for like 8 weeks, you definitely want to add some hair to make your protective style more protective. And if this topic interests you and you want to know whether or not your protective styles are actually protecting your hair, I did a full video exploring this very question, and I'm going to tag it right here. So if you want to watch that one after you watch this video, I'll tag it right here for you. Another thing that I love about this style is it's a lot quicker because you don't have to dip your ends or anything. Like I said, these ends are nice and tapered, and it really mimics your natural hair. So you don't have to dip these in water or do anything special to the ends. You just want to clip off the excess or any parts that look uneven. Okay, so now it's time to get into styling. I finally finished these twists and I was like, okay, I'm obsessed. Look at how natural these look. It's insane. So let's get into some styles. I did this simple little half up, half down style, but that's so easy. Obviously I don't have to show you how to do that, but I just wanted to show you that that is an option. But let's get into some little scarf looks. So this is great if you are trying to keep your hair protected, and you can just use a scarf to wrap it up, and it gives you that nice little earthy boho look, which I do like that aesthetic. So I'm just showing you exactly how I do a few of these styles, and the options are like, you have so many options, it's insane. But I was just so into doing different styles on these mini twists because with my natural hair, I'm never able to do as much with my mini twists, but I really like this. I thought I looked very earthy. And then I did another scarf style for you guys, and this is another little simple one. You just put your hair in a ponytail, make sure those edges are done, and twist the scarf up. I love Scarf styles are just so perfect for if you're cooking, or if it's raining outside or snowing outside, or if you're going to the gym. This is perfect to be cute while you keep your hair protected. Okay, let's get into some maintenance tips. The good thing about protective styles is they are inherently low maintenance, but we want to make sure that we're optimizing our hair growth while we have the protective style in. So we're just going to put some of this healing scalp oil on the scalp. This has rosemary, lavender, clove, peppermint, tea tree, all great essential oils to maximize your hair growth while you have your protective style in and keep your scalp nice and healthy. Then we're just going to put a little bit of mousse on the root of the braids to keep that frizz at bay. And I just do this at night and then put the scarf on top of it to kind of help mold down any of that frizz and keep everything looking neat at the root. I like to wear one of my satin lined do-rags on top of mine because it kind of sits on top of your hair to help hold it down. But that is it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, low maintenance, high reward. All right, y'all. Well, we are at the end of the video. If you made it this far, you might want to subscribe because obviously you like me. And then you can see all of my newest uploads and everything that's to come. All right, see you in the next one.